What's good, Crypto Nation? Where are we going today? You'll find out.
You taking it too far. Stop staring up at space. Pay attention to life on Earth. You worried about the wrong things. Let's talk.
Where did we go last time? Where did we go last time? If you know where we went last time, then you'll have an idea of where we're going right now, right? So, one thing I want to get off my chest immediately is, I don't even know if I want to talk about it right now. I might have to switch subjects. But today I realize there's a lot going on in the crypto space, and we need to be very, very just aware of how much money is actually out there to get. And when I say that because I never would have thought that I would have been able to earn the type of money each day that I'm earning now. I don't know when it's gonna stop, if it's gonna stop, if it's gonna go up, if it's gonna go back down. I don't know. If the programs that we're in are gonna last, how long will they last? I don't know. I seriously don't know. I'm gonna plan. Somebody asked me a question today. I talked to one of my favorite YouTubers today, by the way. Shout out to Colin. I gotta call you back so we can speak. But he asked me a serious question today that made me think, and he said, you know, is it better to invest in long-term or short-term investments? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, you know what? I don't really know. I guess it depends on. I was like, I guess it depends on your style, like whatever, you know, what your goals are. What are your goals? You know what I mean? And I think your goal will depend on whether or not you can, you can have a short-term or long-term strategy, goal. You know what I mean? Like goal-oriented. So, I would suggest that there are people like my mom, my parents started off, my cousin started them off really low at $100. You know, now they're closing in on like $500 or so, $500 or $600, and you know, so they're working towards a longer term goal of having something invested. But when I applied it to my own situation, I first started this with long-term investment obviously in mind. And what does that mean? That means basically, I started with BitConnect, and I wanted the long-term investment, and I didn't really know what that meant. I didn't really know if long-term meant, you know, smaller payouts every day over a long period of time kind of thing. But I knew exactly what I did want from BitConnect, out of BitConnect, and that was at least $100 a day. I'm still not there yet, but getting close. And ultimately, that is what I want right now from BitConnect, is to meet that milestone, that goal, that short-term goal. I don't even know what short-term, no, that was long-term. It's to meet that goal. Now, obviously, it's not going to happen every day because, you know, the volatility software, volatility of Bitcoin trading every day is different. Some days it could be as low, it could be really low. Some days nothing. But generally speaking, you know, I would like 5 out of 7 days to be, you know, $100 day. But that was my strategy with BitConnect. I don't know if there is another strategy that you can play with BitConnect other than referrals and, you know, gaining as much money as possible and then putting it all in loans to stack your loans that way. I don't know if that's really possible anymore. Maybe if you're doing offline promotion or you're spending literally, you know, thousands of dollars a month promoting online and stuff like that. I don't know if it's really possible. So that was my style with BitConnect. Now, when I branched out from BitConnect, I was essentially looking for something that offered better numbers than BitConnect. That would basically almost mirror it or give me double, get me going a little bit more than just BitConnect. It got kind of boring every day checking BitConnect only and just doing the payout videos. It got really, really boring, and I felt like I could have earned more. So I think my strategy started to change at that point, as far as opening up my mind to shorter term investments. And I'm trying to think of what I actually got into next. What did I get into next? I can't remember. Maybe it was BitPetite, I think. BitPetite, maybe it was BitPetite. BitPetite, no, it wasn't even BitPetite. It was staking. I got into staking coins, and I got into Ember Coin, and I started seeing some really cool results with Ember Coin, staking those coins, and I put a lot of money into Ember Coin that I thought was, at the time, for me it was a lot, 0.75 Bitcoin, and man, I got it back and everything, but that opened my eyes to, wow, I'm making way more money on selling off my staking rewards than what I've made in BitConnect for a long time. So that got me excited about short-term income, and I used that, and I opened up my mind again, and I said, you know what, let me try BitPetite. And BitPetite has been my biggest earner thus far today. So I have successfully, I feel like you have to have a balance. You gotta have a balance. That's what I'm trying to say. I view BitPetite, I view staking, I view those types of investments as shorter term investments, which meaning that I'm gonna take a little money, a little more than I would usually do. For example, you see I have like 4,800 in BitPetite, and I'm trying to basically take some earnings and flip it, and then throw it back into BitConnect. So whereas I would take $2,000 and just put it back into BitConnect, I'll take it, put it into BitPetite, try to flip it. There's a risk there. Try to flip it, and then put the extra 47% back, plus the $2,000 back into BitConnect. To me, that's a good move, or it's a good strategy. Does it work? Will it work? I don't know. I have no freaking clue. But I just pulled up to the destination, and it doesn't look like it's ready yet. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, as far as long-term, short-term investments, yeah, I think you gotta have as far as long-term and short-term investments, I think you got to have a combination of both. And the reason being is because I think you have to have many goals. I think you have to have long-term goals. I think you have to have short-term goals. And I think my most important belief in this game so far is that I feel that you should always have liquidable assets. You should always have a portion of your money liquidable, meaning that it's liquid. Like you could take any amount, a good portion of your amount of money, and put it in your bank account, or put it on your BitPay or whatever to be able to spend it. What I also believe in is that, say you have $5,000, I think that you should always keep at least $1,000 liquid, that you can cash it out right any time. The rest of it, I would say you need to start investing it, because if your money's just sitting there, you're not doing anything with it. So you might as well, you need to put it to work. You can't just wait on one investment to pay you. What are you doing in the meantime? Playing hot potato, waiting for your investment every day. You should be waiting on multiple investments every day. How can I make this money multiply too? Take another 1,000. Go put it into another investment. A one that seems pretty decent. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing right now with Chain Group and those other things. Like I'm putting the money that I would be putting back into BitConnect right away. I'm putting some of that, and other programs to not just have it sit. You know what I mean? Of course, it'd be great for it to all sit in BitConnect, but that's not my only goal. You know what I mean? BitConnect is a slow grind. You need to find other ways to make money. You know, I don't have a ton of referrals. I don't have just a bunch of money coming to me every day, you know, from my referral downline. So you have to figure out ways to generate income. That's why a lot of those guys that are really big pushers of BitConnect, they're really big, like, you know, they're the big time promoters. It's because they have a ton of people on their line. I need to clean this lens. They have a ton of people that essentially, they have so many people that they don't necessarily have to wait for their interest payments. So they just got money coming in just from the downline. So that's why I said you got to get out there, get your feet wet. Don't be so single-minded. Make your money work for you. And that's the best thing that I can give you right now. So we're gonna wait for the destination to be clear. They're working late tonight, so if you can't tell, I'm at the house. There's the house there. Like I said, they're still working. I don't know if I can zoom in. I might mess up the camera. I don't want to do that. And plus, I don't even have my zoom camera. I don't have my zoom lens on, so it's not a good idea. But yeah, so diversify your money. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep doing that because you know why? It's been very, very successful. Now, of course, the more things that you get involved with, the risk goes up, in my opinion, because that means now there's more chance for something to shut down. There's more chances for something to go wrong. But again, if you only have one investment, then the chances to me are even greater, simply because if it goes down, that's everything. You know what I mean? I don't want to be caught in a position to where I am, there's a bee on my window. I don't want to be caught in a position to where I got a crap load of money in, like, for example, BitConnect, and boom, it goes down. All that hard work that I did is gone. You know, and that's kind of how I'm feeling with Regal, but I don't feel so bad because I didn't put so much money into it. But I got all that money sitting in there, and I can't do nothing with it because the site's down. So it's like, that's what, you know. So but if Regal Coin was my only option, I would be devastated. Imagine how many people out there are devastated right now with Regal Coin. So again, diversify. Don't be that person that gets stuck with one investment and it goes down. Keep moving. So for real, catch you in the next video soon, part 2.